بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين وقال تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما صدق الله العظيم ونفعنا وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم أما بعد. All praise belong to and only are directed to Allah Jalla Majduhu, who deserves all kinds of praise, because anything praiseworthy which you see is created by Him. Anything goodness where exists is through Him, and any evil which is committed is due to our misuse of His given gift of freedom of will. And peace and blessings be upon our Master and the Beloved of Allah and ours, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Sayyidina Rasulullah Alaihi Salatu Wasalam, and upon his companions, and upon his family, and upon his whole Ummah. As you know, there is an important event which is coming Islamically, the beginning of the new Islamic year. So one thing which is observed, that when the new Islamic year begins, now in Muharram, after a few days, next week or so, you won't find that Christians are participating with you in the celebration. Why? Simple reason is because they are Christians and they have their own new year which they celebrate however they do. But they never come up to and say, okay, or actually hold parties and go out for dinner and things, because actually that there is Islamic New Year, and you find them out in the streets or in the restaurants and say, oh, why are you out? They say, we come to also celebrate as Muslims celebrating their New Year. The Sikhs also live here. They understand our language as well, Urdu, Hindi, Punjabi. They don't come and celebrate as well. Hindus as well, they also have their own religion and own traditions. You don't find them also celebrating. Or they might say few greetings to, but not on their own as a whole, or they're having parties. Similarly, the case with the Jews. The Jews live nearby here, as you know, in Manchester. There are areas where Jewish community lives, Muslim community lives side by side. But they won't be coming and celebrating with you or by themselves. Also, atheists, people who don't believe in any one that who has created them and running them, although they are benefiting fully from the creation and their existence themselves, they also won't come and celebrate with the Muslims and you. But what is the reason that you and me when Christian New Year comes, others come, our people tend to join and they parties, and they themselves have parties within their own circle, and yes, what is there? We are celebrating New Year, it has begun there, it has begun. Now the thing is that when the adhan is called in the masjid, and in many countries and Islamic countries and also here as well, some places people can hear, no Christian come towards the masjid, no Jew come towards the masjid, no atheist come towards the masjid. And rightfully they are doing because they have their own set of beliefs or non-beliefs. But when bells start to ring in the church, you see Muslims going towards there. The movement starts, yeah, we should also worship. Now this is something very strange. Either these people do not have working minds, or inside there is from inside they are Christian or Jewish, or there is some other corruption and mixture and cocktail in the inner self of the person. Otherwise, the right-minded, okay, a kafir is kafir, they are actually carrying on with whatever their beliefs are, be it Christian, be it Jewish and others. Because Islam has itself given freedom of will. But what is it that you, for example, Muslims, they have the final version of the divinely revealed religion, Islam, their own values. There is no teacher like the Prophet of Islam, no leader like him. So what is it? Is to think. Because a person should not be a crowd following person. Just because the crowd is going this way, you go this way or that way. Sheep mentality. Yes, at the same time one should live in harmony and peace. That's what's taught. But that doesn't mean you accept and mix and mingle your belief system and Islam, because as you see, the other shaitan is doing his own role, whatever role he has adopted. So one should seriously think, because thinking will change you. So Islamic, this New Year is coming, then there will be maybe Chinese New Year coming, Jewish New Year. Yeah, you should wish well to them. But why are you celebrating as though it is your own? And worst is that when your own comes, you even do not know it has come. And there is no memory or celebration or the purpose or that what is it for. This shows either we are slaves, and very bad type of slaves that who are not loyal to their own religion, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nor they're loyal to any other. But slaves of people, slaves of the thoughts and patterns and traditions. This does not suit a human being. It does not befit human being to be enslaved by others. He is born or she is born independent. Only the creator and the person being who has made them exist have the right of worship and ultimate obedience, and we being his servant, not the servants of others, as such, worshippers of others. So the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is something for you to think about. Think about, because thinking will change you. Otherwise, when any new year will come, you will jump in it without thinking. No, you should have some honor and self-respect for yourself. You don't have any respect for yourself and for religion. Yeah, you should respect others. Islam teaches, as I say, harmony, peace, living peacefully with others, and becoming a peace-giving person, a peace-loving person for others. That's the nature of Islam. But it doesn't mean that you lose your own identity. So what is the reason behind? One of the reason is identity crisis. You've lost your own identity, who you are. So anyone comes, shaitan comes, say, he is my friend, I'll go with him. The other comes, yeah, I'll go with him. The other comes, other religion comes, yeah, I'll go with him. Tribal traditions, where you from, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Africa, oh, these are tribal traditions, we do this in our tribe, okay, we'll just follow that. This is our tradition. So this is a person who doesn't have any strong foundation, any identity, you may say, awareness that who you are. That is why it is very important to know who you are, because then you can make good decisions. Because you have to realize your own value. You are much more value. You have much more value than you think or anyone thinks. Because Allah Azza wa Jal has given you the honor of being amongst the very highest type of creation, which is a human being. And amongst the ummah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. Now, if you want to disrespect yourself and not honor yourself, it's up to you, but there is a consequence for that you have to bear. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, gave guidance to the companion, and the companion knew each how to do the smallest, minutest things. Not how to run the country, how to run the world only, but how to even walk, how to talk, even the tone of talking, even the speed of speaking, which, imagine, you have a guidance for footsteps. Which footstep to place in which place? If it is in masjid, which footstep? If outside the masjid, which footstep? You're going in toilet, which footstep? In the house? So much minute and guidance toward them, from the biggest to getting into paradise and to run this whole world to the each footstep. Then what do you think the Sahaba Ikram Rizwan Ajmain, they don't have any guidance regarding how to begin, how to celebrate the new year, the new Islamic year, such an important event coming. So the Sahaba Ikram Rizwanun alayhim ajma'in is narrated with the Sahih Sanad by Imam Baghawi rahimahullah ta'ala. They used to teach each other. It is mentioned that yata'allamuna, they used to teach each other how to begin the new year or new month, how to do it, what to recite, what to think, what to set. What kind of mindset? They said, like we taught Quran to each other, like Quran was being taught. So much importance they gave, and they were given the guidance. Quran was the wahi and is the wahi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they said that such importance they gave about how to, guidance about how to begin New Year's, new month, Islamically. So not only that is guidance, okay, you can read this dua, you can read that dua, but the importance attached to is the example, the analogy is being mentioned with Quran. So if we are unaware, then obviously we will do whatever we are doing now. Because we follow others, because we don't have something for ourselves or do not know, then we will follow whoever is doing something. And once you have your own identity, your own path, and which is better path, golden path, then you will follow that. So I want myself, yourself to know it consciously and then think about it. And then, so here, according to that guidance of the Sahaba Ikram, as I mentioned, narrated by Sahih Hadith, they were given, the Sahaba were given, taught 6 principles to begin New Year. Others they don't have even. They come up with New Year resolutions, meaning self-made. This person is health conscious. He will say, "Oh, I will actually be so much healthy. I will have this weight and things." A person who is in another field, he will have his own. "Oh, I have set New Year resolution. I will earn so much money." So it's whoever is interested, they are, because they don't have that kind of guidance. Now, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave us the guidance. The Sahaba Ikram Rizwan Ajmain passed guidance to us. So we shouldn't be actually like fluid, like here, there, going everywhere, wherever anyone takes, but having your own identity and your own path, because you are, Allah Azza wa Jal created you as an individual person. You have your own soul, your own spirit, you have it there. You are not actually that one spirit, all of you. So one of the principles they have given, the first one in Arabic, which you say, Allahumma dakhilhu alayna bil amni wal alayna bil amn. So the first one, firstly is you're calling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma, O Allah, meaning the first thing to have is Allah-centric life. That in the center, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Jalla Majduhu. So it's as though starting from this, you used to teach from the name Allah, you're calling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has the power, ultimate power. It's as though you are saying that I will now begin this new year, and what I will do, whatever I will do, I will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and then do. Imagine you become offended. My son didn't ask me, my wife didn't ask me, the employer say the employee didn't ask me, the manager say my subordinate didn't ask me and he did this. Without asking he did this. Without permission he did this. And there's a lot of chaos because of that. If the army general, no one is listening to him, they're doing things on their own. Ministers are doing things their own without asking the prime minister. Company director is there, but employees are doing things without asking. How do you feel if someone is like supposed to be under you, be it your student, be it your worker, or if you have partner, even you have a wife or your spouse, even they do ask things from each other. So I become offended. Oh, why did this person did not ask me? But what about this, the one who have created the universe and created me and you? We are doing things without asking him and without seeking his permission. How about that? What should be the consequence of that? How sound mind is of that person who is doing things, who is living? He's not an employee, he's not or she is not a spouse, not student, but a created being by the Creator, and doing things what they are doing without asking, without permission. यानी बंदा जो है शागिर्द हो, मियाँ बीवी का रिश्ता हो, काम का रिश्ता हो, तो कोई पूछे बगैर घर में पूछे बगैर कंपनी में काम कर दे तो वो मसला बन जाता है। अब ये पूछे बगैर क्यों किया है? तो जो अल्लाह से पूछे बगैर हम चल रहे हैं, यही बताया जा रहा है कि अब ये साल आ रहा है, अब कोई होश कर लो, अब अल्लाह से पूछे बगैर कोई काम नहीं करना। अल्लाह पाक से पूछना कैसे है? हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू आस्क अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व परमिशन? वही जो कुरान ने, नबी अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम ने दी है। बिकॉज अल्लाह इज ऑल नोइंग, ही हैव गिवन guidance for everything. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the prophet and messenger who knowledge more than anyone else. So he's given. So it's as though the first thing, पहली चीज़ है कि आज के बाद मैं इस साल इस तरह शुरू करना है, मैं अल्लाह से पूछ के एक एक दिन गुजार. I'm going to spend my day, my night, everything which I do. If I do business, I will ask Allah, shall I do it? No or not? If I want to talk, I will ask Allah, shall I talk or not? If I want to marry, I will ask, shall I marry in this way or not? You know, people do. They do things from themselves. They want to talk. They don't care what they should say. They want to marry. They want to do business. They're not asking. They think, okay, that's fine. And worst scenario is also mentioned in this dua and guidance toward the end. وَجِوَارٍ مِّنَ الشَّيْطَانِ. Worst case is, and very belittling to yourself, and you may say disrespect to yourself, is to do things after asking shaitan. Yes, I will live my life this new year, or I will ask shaitan and then do things. If he says that, I will do. What about that? So a person who opens his mouth, either you can ask Allah, shall I speak? Shall I say this or not? Then shaitan says, yeah, no, don't say. Don't hold your horses. Don't be patient. Swear. Become angry. So this is like a person who is living his life, each step after asking shaitan, how shall I do it? And then because he feeds in, it's not that he's just not there, he feeds in. Because as soon as you have a situation, you are asking. If you don't ask Allah, shaitan, you are asking. Automatically he would, do this. Be it business, be it marrying, be it living, planning your day, planning your night, doing all other things. This is mentioned in this dua actually, that should be one of the guiding principle. One, also to connect to actually the Creator, that I will do things, because if you have set an objective, a destination, then you have a chance to get there. Still it will need some effort, but at least you might get there. But if you don't set any objective, it's like many of us these days use navigation system or maps to get here and there, internet, online, satellite maps, Google Maps. Imagine you do not put any destination, any town, any country in the navigation system. You have a Google map and you don't put. You don't enter any name of anything. Where will it take you? You'll be wandering here and there. Wherever you are, it will show you are here. Left, right, and you have to really go left, right. But it won't guide you because actually you've not put anything in there. So you'll be wandering here, there, around wherever you are, here, going on the wrong street, here, there, because there's no destination put in there. That is the example of the life which we are living if we don't set our aim, our ultimate aim, and what is the purpose of our life. If we don't enter that in our mind, in our heart, then like the Google map will show you where you are and the streets around you, and you will be just guessing, yeah, I'll go there, here, there, let's stop here. Gas station is coming, oh, this is a market coming, I'll stop here. And that's what's happening with our life in reality, because we don't have purpose of life. What's happening? Only presently we are seeing where we are. Oh, okay, what shall I do? Roaming around here, surfing the net, surfing the streets, here, there, or what's on the news, what's anyone doing. And then there will be trouble, meaning we are finding trouble because we don't have a purpose. Then we'll find anyone to fight with, be it neighbor, be it spouse, be it here, there. And just like on the map, we are seeing where we are present, and that's it. And the streets around and things around us, and that's how we are living our life now actually, only taking consideration in the present. No destination, no purpose. So this is also a lesson. Put something in your navigation system. Your navigation system is much more complicated and complex, which is the heart and the spirit and the nafs and the mind, which can, if you put there, it can take you to paradise. Or it can take you to hell as well. Depends where you want to go. So identifying yourself who you are and then putting. So first thing in this dua which the Sahaba Ikram Rizwan Ajma'in mentioned, Allahumma dakhilhu alayna bil amn. O Allah, bring this year upon us with peace and security. So what does that mean? That you should be striving to keep yourself in state of safety and aman. It's as though you are saying to Ya Rabbal Alameen, the universe, whatever evil exists anywhere, safeguard myself, and I will utilize the abilities given by you to keep myself in peaceful state, and also you should strive to keep others in peace. Meaning aman. Aman means aman, peace. Safety, safeguarding others and yourself. And Allah Azza wa Jal, subhanahu wa ta'ala, we learn from Quran that whatever you do unto others happens to you. Allah makes that thing happen to you. So like in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, Man darra darrahullah. Whoever will harm others, Allah will harm you. So it's very, think 100 times, not once, twice. 100 times that when you want to harm anyone, because you are pressing a button to start the divine system of retribution against you. It's like pressing a button on atomic bomb. That won't do you so much harm. But we are thinking, oh, nothing is happening, and that's why we are suffering, and there is a chaos. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, Man darra, darrahullah. Whoever will cause harm, cause pain, and harm to others, darrahullah. Allah Azza wa Jal will, Allah will use His system, which He has created, to harm you. So when you have this in mind, that, oh, if I press this button, there will be a missile activated, which will leave the center wherever it is operating from, and sooner or later it's going to hit me. Find me, is a laser guided missile will hit me. So in Allah's system, there is all kinds of things, all kinds of missiles. Allah can use anything. And once you are on this path of harming and causing harm to others, you have activated the divine system of retribution and missile, and it's laser, more precise than laser guided missile. It will become activated, and it's just a matter of time. It will hit you at your weakest point, or wherever you are. You can't run away. This is what the Sahaba Ikram Rizwan alayhim ajma'in are mentioning. Obviously, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave them this guidance. So you are asking Allah Azza wa Jal for safety, and you are safeguarding others. How do you safeguard others? Now look at this screen as well. In your body, is your body in peace, safety? Again, because you are a piece of flesh if you don't have these 7 organs. Through that, harm or benefit comes. So be specific that am I actually adding to safety of myself and others through my tongue? Am I safeguarding others? Am I safeguarding myself, saying things? So for you it might be a small thing, for Allah Azza wa Jal it's not a small matter. Similarly, eyes. Am I causing disturbance or disunity or harming the safety of others, security of others, the honor of others, the wealth of others in any way? So this is the guiding principle which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught the Sahaba Ikram, and the Sahaba Ikram Rizwan ajma'in used to teach others. Okay, this should be the new year. Yes, okay, whatever has happened, forget and just ask forgiveness. Meaning in the past year things have happened, so asking forgiveness and not to live on that negativity, but doing tawbah and putting matters right, and then focus on your present and future. So ears is another entity which Allah Azza wa Jal given. So through that actually people come, and we have just actually lent ears to hear, and without no filter, nothing. We swallow food, we think 10 times this food is good for us, bad for us, poison, this, that, etc. It's hot, cold, and then we allow it. But what about the ear? Ears also swallow. Like one of the wise people who was sitting, and someone came to him and said, "Oh, I've heard something about your friend." He said, "Stop here. First tell me, is this 100% truth? What you are going to tell me is 100%. You yourself have witnessed and you can say it is truthfully?" And no, he said, "I am sure, almost sure, probable, but not." He said, "Well, second thing," he said, "that will that be beneficial? What you're going to tell me is something beneficial for me and you?" He said, "No." And he mentioned a few other questions. Then he said, "Then please keep it. Keep it to yourself and it's better you forget as well. If something is, you're not sure it is truth, something actually you think it's not beneficial or going to stop us from harm or any way, why you should speak, why you should tell. But do we have any filters put? The Quran, the Sunnah of the Prophet Islam has given us the filters that don't listen to lying, bad talk, backbiting, riba, namima, and allegations and useless and things. These are filters given to us. And once we don't use, then what happens? That person goes and he put the poison in us. We will then either become against someone, or actually it will just make us restless and things like this. And like this wise person did, he said, please, if you, something beneficial, something truthful, something which can stop harm from us, if that is the thing, please speak. But we, if you freely, if you do, then obviously, now people don't pay this attention to this. But when the dispute happens, because these things cause chaos, and these things cause separation of families, of friends, of countries, of relatives, because they cause, okay, then people don't end up even visiting each other. We don't want to visit this family because this is family did this to us, and oh, they said this to us, etc. There separation between families and friends, spouses, husband and wife, they listen to shaitan, and then actually at that time they don't want to listen to divine guidance, Quran and Sunnah. یعنی یہ چیزیں جو نبی علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام نے سکھائی کہ ہمارے فائدے کے لیے ہیں کہ امن، اللہ سے بھی امن مانگیں، دوسروں کے لیے بھی امن پسند بن جائیں، ان کو امن کے سوا کچھ نہ دیں، کم از کم ان کو نقصان نہ دیں. یہ مطلب ہے اس کا. زبان ہے، آنکھ ہے، اسی سے نقصان دینا ہے تو ان کو بچائیں. اس وقت تو ہم سنتے نہیں، اس وقت شیطان ہمیں باتیں میٹھی لگتی ہیں، قرآن حدیث کی لگتا ہے یہ تو ہم پر پابندی لگ رہی ہے، یہ غیبت نہیں کرنی، یہ شیٹ کرنی. وہ شیٹ نہ بھی ہو، آپ کو کیا ہو گیا؟ آپ دوسروں کی عزتوں کو، دوسروں کو نقصان پہنچانا چاہتے ہیں، غیبت کر کے، چغلی کر کے، دھوکہ کر کے، جھوٹ بول کے اور فضول گفتگو کر کے. تو وہ کیا، اس وقت تو پھر بندے سوچتے نہیں ہے، کہتے ہیں نہیں ہمیں تو کرنے دے جو کرنا، ہم جانتے ہیں. پھر جب تباہی آتی ہے، لڑائی ہوتی ہے، پھر جب اس کا نتیجہ آتا ہے، جب پھر اندر بے سکونی آتی ہے، بھائی بھائی کا دشمن بن جاتا ہے، برادریوں میں لڑائی، قتل و غارت، لوگوں میں امن و شانتی ختم ہوتی ہے، تو پھر ہم کہتے ہیں ہاں اب ہمیں ورد بتائیں، کوئی وظیفہ بتائیں. ورد تو آپ نے کر لیا شیطان کا، اب تو بھگتنا ہے. اللہ کے ہاں سے توبہ کا دروازہ کھلا ہوا ہے. تو اس لیے جو ہے so a person should think. Similarly, hands, authority, hands کا مطلب authority, طاقت. سو کہتے ہیں میں بہت بڑا ہوں، میں بہت بڑا چودھری ہوں، میں بہت بڑا راجا ہوں، میں بہت بڑا خان ہوں، میں یہ ہوں، میں وہ ہوں. 2 دن نیند نہ پوری ہوئی سب کچھ نکل جاتی ہے. نہ خان ہے، نہ کوئی ہوش ہے، بے ہوش ہوں، جیسے نشیائی ہیں ان کی طرح پھیریں گے روڈوں پہ. کہ مسئلہ ہے نیند نہیں پوری ہوئی، اسی تو کہتے ہیں بس یہ بڑے وڈے ہیں، یہ ہے وہ. 3 دن نہ ہو تو بالکل ہی میرا خیال ہے پاگلوں کی طرح ہو. اتنی تو طاقت ہے انسان میں، کوئی بیماری نہیں، کوئی شے نہیں، no illness, nothing. Just you're not able to sleep 3-4 days. Where is your strength? Everything is there, but you will be like actually you are intoxicated person. بندے کو سوچنا چاہیے، بڑھ کے نہیں مارنی چاہیے، عاجزی کرنی چاہیے. person should not actually boast in things. One should know one's own reality. How Allah said in the Quran, who is our creator, وَخُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. Human being is created weak. یہ weak ہے. One type of vitamins deficiency comes and there is a problem. ایک وٹامن کم ہو جائے بس بندہ بیکار ہو گیا، ختم ہو جائے. इतने और millions, hundreds and thousands इस तरह की चीजें हैं. Oxygen कम हो जाए, this is a problem. So one should fear who the great power Allah Azza wa Jal, who is controlling everything. And when He wants, billions and billions things are working in the right way. Not even one. There's so much blood flowing in you and things. So many veins, arteries, yeah. Who is? It's wonderful how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is running each and everything. That's the power. So we should not be boasting because we didn't create ourselves. We are not giving life to ourselves and things. So hands, power, how we utilize. Similarly, others' organs as well. Stomach, meaning the eating, no harming others. What does it mean? Eating the right of others, what belongs to others. Or becoming so greedy that you want to confiscate others' money, property and things. This is going against Aman. You are not keeping people in Aman. Private parts, also same thing. When the door of nikah is open, that why a person should open the door of fornication and zina and harming others and yourself. Feet, Allah has given power for you to endeavor, strive, travel. So all these things, and even the mind, positive thinking, presence of Allah, deep thinking, there's negative, sinful whispers as well, they come as well. So when there will be safety, security, you've got like an anti-virus system on. That's what purification and tazkiyah and all that actually holds. So a person should be this, attached with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not bothered. People leave, people come. When the heart is attached with Allah Jalla Majduhu. Third is your heart at peace. Peaceful heart, firstly, is in peace with Allah Azza wa Jal. It has empathy, empathy meaning feeling for others. This is selfishness. If you are getting enough to eat and you are concerned only, this is the act of many or some animals, that they get enough to eat and they are not bothered. Other dog has eaten, one dog hasn't. They sometimes care as well. But human being especially shouldn't be happy until every person on the face of the earth has something to eat. ये खुद गर्जी है कि भाई मेरे बीवी बच्चे मैं खा रहे हैं तो सारी दुनिया से नहीं. इसको कहते हैं कि दिल में एहसास होना, फिक्र होना. जैसे हुजूर अलैहि सल्लम ने फरमाया कि आपने तसव्वुर दिया कि बंदे को इस तरह होना चाहिए कि सारी उम्मत जो है वो एक ही जिस्म है. हाउ डू यू फील? मैं तो कहता हूँ मैं घर में बैठा हूँ, मुझे खाने को मिल रहा है तो मैं खुश हूँ जी, मेरा बड़ा अच्छा गुजारा हो रहा है. बट the real person, the real believer, mu'min, is the one who is not at peace until everyone else is also have safety and security and something to eat and drink. Usko wo sukoon khushi nahi milti. He's thankful for what he has, but he's not totally happy until everyone and every human being on the face of the earth have something. It disturbs him because he is like a one body. If my finger is cut, there's pain. I have a pain in my teeth or stomach. My whole body will not be at peace. Okay, my hand is at peace or other parts, but I will feel the pain. That's how believer. That's why Rasulullah said, none of you can be a believer. La yu'minu ahadukum. Until if the Prophet ﷺ said, none of you can be a believer if your neighbor sleeps hungry and you sleep satiated and you do not care. The iman fully is not there. फरमाया कि वो शख्स ईमान वाला नहीं, मोमिन कामिल नहीं हो सकता जो खुद तो खाए और उसका पड़ोसी भूखा सोए. पड़ोसी से मुराद अब ये नहीं है पड़ोसी वही है, meaning it is a lesson giving, whole of the creation one should be worried about that. Not simple as, okay, you should be thankful that you are getting, but at the same time being concerned and doing something for others as well. That is, I said, selfishness, that you are getting, you are enjoying and you are not concerned for others. Yeah, I am enjoying holidays, I am having to eat to have everything to eat, alhamdulillah. And worst scenario is you are making pictures and sending to other poor people who can't eat. That is actually even something worse to do. That adding to their agony. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that if you are coming into a neighborhood in your house, if you bring some extra luxurious food, meaning you have some extra, you are bringing some luxurious food, you know, there are all kinds of their people, working people, poor people, unemployed people, children. He said, do not bring it in open container that everyone can see you are bringing pizzas or fruits or things. If they are, either you have to give them, be so much generous. Ice cream van पे आप जाते हैं, or actually you know their children, उनको भी बुला ले ले वो. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that actually that you should not come and bring these things in open where others who have not, don't have, they are also seeing those bags and things. Bring in hiding. Be a little bit embarrassed that I am bringing so much good things and these people don't have, so I am hiding them so that they don't get disturbed. That is iman. That is aman. That is the teaching of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that how He wants. Once Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, because he used to speak to Allah, what a privilege he had, like we talk to each other. He said, Ya Rabbal Alameen, you love many people, which one you love most? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, O Musa, I like that believer. If a thorn pricks in the foot of a person, and this person feels the pain of that thorn, it feels like he's got thorn in his foot. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, I love this person. So this is what the Sahaba Ikram Rizwan Ajmain, that Aman is to do with empathy. Sympathy is also good. That actually, okay, you feel sorry for people. But empathy is as though you go through yourself that state, which actually then makes you do things to relieve. And as I said, it doesn't matter, you say, oh, if I am responsible for the whole of the world, then how can I feed them? No, no one is asking you to feed them. What you are being asked is to do whatever is in your choice. Feeding one person, two person, relieving someone. People are committing suicide, other things, mentally becoming ill because of these things, others. But this is Rasulullah is giving, and the Sahaba Ikram giving us concept that new year you should be beginning with this. And what is the shaitanic? That you are celebrating with fires and others and fireworks, and people inside their hearts there is fire roaming around, fire of hunger, fire of deprivation, the poor and the needy and things. तो शैतान तो खुश होता है, बंदे परेशान है और ये उछल उड़ा रहे हैं, पैसे ज़ाया कर रहे हैं. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's way was this: be thankful, enjoy. And as I was mentioning that Sayyidina Abdul Rahman bin Auf radiallahu anhu was a very rich person, and he sent a gift to our mother al-Mu'mineen Sayyidah Aisha Siddiqa radhiyallahu anha, food, and there was so much food there. I'm talking about empty, thinking about others. Our mother, al-Mu'mineen Sayyidah Aisha Siddiqa, could not eat. She began, but she was very sad at the moment. And he said, oh mother, I can help you. What is there? Any difficulty? Any problem? She said, no, nothing such which you can do. I was just remembering that you are so rich and you have given me so much gift and so much food. But your and mine Prophet was not able to eat this food ever. Because whatever he had, either he gave, and such luxurious and delicious food was not even once present, so many dishes. So meaning this thought and this, you may say, idea was in them, their mind, that thinking, even for those people who passed away, like Rasulullah ﷺ and others, and people who are existing. So alhamdulillah, this is other being thankful. A thankful heart is happy heart. Generosity, meaning giving. A person likes giving. He's happy to give than receive. Patience also actually brings security. Forgiving also brings security. So the first principle of Aman amongst those six, your body, mind, heart, soul. And when you are at peace, it's only then you can bestow peace to others on whole of the earth. That's your intention. Your intention is such that flowers showering on the whole of the earth. Every stomach and belly is full with food. Every heart is full with peace. Every family is living in tranquility and peace. That is your wish. So it should be that if you had that power, all this will happen. This is the heart of a believer, a friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then there is second principle. As I said, there are six altogether. Allah madkhilu alayna bil amni wal imani wal salamati wal islami wa ridwanum min ar-Rahman wa jawarim min ash-shaytan. So this is the first one. I have this one explained. But this dua should be remembered by all of you and be recited in the first really 10 days. Because the dua and then following guidance which is given in these six. This is not only dua, but these six guiding principles as well in there. So he has some of the aspect of how to begin, what mindset to begin. Because once you begin like this, then peace flows to you. Peace flows to you, tranquility flows to you. Allah's divine system starts working in your favor. You become the beneficiary. You become the most person who's getting the peace, and because you want this for others. And if you run after these things, dunya and actually pinching and possessing unlawfully from others, then you will not get the peace as many other people are not. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable myself and yourself to learn and to keep and change our mindset and to begin this new year. And as the brothers have mentioned before, that why not actually to spend 3 days reflecting on yourself, how to prepare for preparing yourself for the new year in the light of this guidance and these prayers and things, so that actually, inshallah, a person can achieve something. Jazakumullah khairan. Subhanakallah bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
Jazakallah khair to Ustaz for enlightening Nasiya. The brothers would have seen the slide where it said, is your body at peace? Now, I'm talking specifically now to the new brothers. That question you can ask yourself, is your body at peace? And really, you've come here searching for something. And that there on the wall will tell you how you're going to achieve that peace. So there will be two brothers sat afterwards, Brother Abdul Rahman who sat here at the front and Brother Hasnain at the back. They will sit here and will tell you the path so that you can achieve that aim, which is having the body at peace. And then so for the heart, the mind, the soul will follow that. But that really will set the path for you tonight, inshallah, if you spend maybe 10, 15 minutes and these two brothers will sit with you and explain and answer any questions that you have. Can we just play the video, please? That's fine. And existing brothers, you see that path again on the wall. Look at where you are possibly on that path. And we have our ustads tonight who are ready to see you and discuss your journey with you.